start of the evening. Got my oil change. And it turned out I had a freaking my drain plug cracked. So I was like, wow, that's very useful. Thank you. I made fun of the mechanic. Thank you for putting a cracked drain plug into my car. Which we all suspected it must have cracked when he probably tightened it. Which was indications of over tightening because the seal was perforating. So it wasn't properly sealed. So they just laughed. Yeah, that would do it. But it's a wear and tear item. And it's on like $12. So I just laughed. Like, whatever. Don't over tighten my drain plug again. But this time, the mechanic that normally worked on my car, I guess they weren't too happy with his last work on it because of how long he took on it. Which they said he should have gotten it done, but they didn't know why, so they didn't like that attitude they gave him. So he didn't touch it this time, so they gave me a better mechanic this time. A guy who looks like he knew what he was doing and who kept his appearance up. So I was really happy to see that. Like, oh, finally a mechanic is keeping his appearance up. Ain't that hard? All you gotta do is buy those lava bars. That's it. Let the old pumice do the work for you, cleaning you. Nope, too much, too hard, too expensive, too long, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anywho, so I was happy to see no oil drips under my hog this time. I haven't heard any squeaks either, but like I was telling, it's probably because it finally wiggled its way loose enough to start not letting pressure build up. So that's probably what the squeak sound was. So I didn't know, but apparently they replaced all my pulleys when they replaced my serpentine belt. People call it timing belt, but I don't know. I always associate timing chain with the word. But she really is a chain in Volkswagens. Oh, right now I'm confusing my parts now. Anywho, but yeah, so I haven't heard anything for that belt. Yeah, it was funny too. He's like, I don't think we replaced it. I was like, yes, you did replace it, because you took me outside and told me to look at the color of the belt. And he smiles like, oh yeah, no, I remember now. Okay, sorry about that. And I just started laughing. It's like, well, it's like if you're trying to remember me out of all your customers, it's like, that's very understandable. I was like, no problem at all. So yeah, they took care of it. So I was just happy that the squeak sound didn't reproduce itself. So that was my guess, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I didn't know they replaced all my pulleys. And no passing lane. These people are idiots. Then they wonder why they freaking had to pay a $500 speeding ticket and it's for speeding in a school zone. Then now they can't get hired anymore because their insurance, their businesses, they're just gonna be like, nope, can't cover you. And it's just like I told you. Oh, bro, you just don't understand, bro, you just don't understand. See, there he is right there. Oh, yeah, he was screwing around on his phone. That's why. That's why I'm staring down, staring up, and staring down. Yeah. playing music. I was trying to connect my ear gates. No, since I learned how to do the whole stay within my map boundaries, the place I would go to get my gas, which I like because there's my placebo effect. Out of all the Arcos, I like this Arcos gas. But I just think I enjoyed the ride though. But now I want to see how the traffic is tonight. Because when it gets colder, well, when it gets cooler here, not cold because it's not freezing. It's 54 right now, and then in the middle of the day, it was 64. So, yeah, when it hits like that, people no longer hang out here in Phoenix. They go wherever it's warmer. To also clarify about the perfect race, because now I see Canada and Australia. Now, if you're from Canada, you're Canadian. You already deal with your own people's mess, your own inner politics. I understand because I grew up under res, so you know I understand within the boundaries. So that's what a lot of people here lack. Just to understand what boundaries are. Anywho, yeah, so if you're from Australia, you're Australian. I mean, I'm sure you already have your own explanations of the perfect being in your own societies. So, I don't want to impose on any of that. For here, when I used to be in the Army, because they would ask me, well, what's the perfect race for you? I was like, it's easy. The perfect race is the people who deny their past or deny what they really are. So denying your past, like if so, you know, obviously the people who migrated here, you know, a lot of them, they don't want the new family to know about where they came from. So is it their fault? No. But for them to boldly go out and start claiming something else, because here in the USA, you can literally go to the courts and change your last name. I can go to the courts and I can change my name to an Italian, a full Italian name like Gasparito. So now you got a freaking brown res guy walking around with Gasparito. Everyone can go, oh, you're not Italian. I was like, well, I never said I was Italian. So it's for those situations where they rely on historical facts where maybe they are related to, but you know, who knows? So that's the perfect race. They got nothing else to rely on except for that one point in time, and they like to remind us. So it's just like, oh my gosh, yes, we know. Every state that I don't know, maybe I think every state in the USA talks about slavery enough. We know, we understand. So don't let it be misunderstood. So yeah, I'm a hot Australian girl I wanted to hook up with me. Yeah, I would hook up with her, yes. Because she could tell me without a doubt, I'm Australian, cool, that's great, awesome. Versus, you know, the perfect race here, half of them some of them may not even know where they're from. They always claim, oh, I got Cherokee in me. Oh yeah, Cherokee in you. How did it feel? Great. I hope it felt great. I don't know how that feels, you know. I never had a Cherokee in me. So to talk within my own society, oh, they call me a mutt because I got facial hair. So there you go. There's the own bigotry against being within my own society, my own kind. They hate me because I got facial hair. They all like to boldly claim, oh, they just don't have facial hair. Like, oh, well, I guess, you know. But like I told you, we really have no common shared story of one giant tribe. So there was one. I saw a documentary on Netflix. There was one guy. He claimed to be like some medicine man or something, but I think he said he was from I think he said he was like Lakota or something like that. I don't know. He was one of those real diehard native tribes somewhere in the mid part of the USA. And I think he was a historian. That's what he was. And he was trying to figure out the final definition of, or the final factor of how we all got here. So, from his studies in that video, from what I remember, they did find out that they found a skeleton of a young female, and they said the crazy thing about it is that young female's DNA is shared with almost all the tribes here in the USA. So he said this concludes that we have found, at this point, that's the one mother that has given us all life here, all the tribes' life here in the USA. But you know, it's speculative. One university will say yes, and then most of them always like to go against tribes. One of the universities, the University of Arizona, they call the Hopis and Navajos cannibals because of some guy invaded some sacred site and took the bones without consent. You know, like what the British do in Iraq. That's the last thing I remember. Some British guy went to Iraq and tried to take their artifacts, and they're like, dude, you can't do this. And, you know, obviously you know how they reacted. There's an example. That's perfect race actions. So yeah, he did that, and then so he concluded that at some point in time along the Bering Strait, when everyone was trying to get away from the world at the time to create a new world, all the peoples started gathering up, and thus all the peoples of that continent were the product of everyone's DNA. Because it was weird. He said that she would have been like hazel eye, light brown with like auburn hair. This is like a mix you would not have ever guessed existed, because, you know, obviously that's when the bloodlines were still mixing. So no, yeah, that was it. All the bones they were finding, they were like beyond a time point. For this, okay, this is beyond a certain point, so we can't use these bones, just due to the fact that it's not fitting within the time period that they need. So that's my explanation about the perfect race. So yeah, so if a perfect race person here is saying they had Cherokee blood in them, it's like, well, you know, we're just the product of the new world. You're a product of the old world. That's as simple as that. Thus the answers the rule in prison of stick with your own kind. Been like that for ages. There's a reason why our kind still exists. Yeah, my roommate in Iraq, he was a detention officer here. He used to watch the guys on death row. So he'd always tease me. He nicknamed me Red Man. So he'd always say, "All right, Red Man." He's like, I tell you this every time we have a bad day. Because he would sing Christmas songs about, you know, shooting our coworkers. So he would always tell us, "All right, Red Man." He's like, it's like, we end up going to prison. He's like, unfortunately, we're not gonna be friends. Don't worry. He's like, my butthole will be protected. He's like, but you, he's like, my friend. He's like, you're gonna have the best protection in there. No one's gonna fuck with you. So he's like, try to put a word in for me. tell him to leave my butthole alone. So yeah, he used to always tell me that. And if you really had a bad day, he's like, "All right, let's go home, Chief." Because that's what they call, apparently here in Arizona prisons, all the natives call each other Chief. Hey, Chief. So now with that being said, as small as our society is, we see those individuals amongst our society. We were a very small group too, so that's why a lot of us can tell, and a lot of us know, like, I don't mess with that person. Heck, some of us even turned out to be some of our family members. Maybe minor crimes, but still they broke the law. So that's why I said when that black gentleman was saying he's glad he left the ghetto, like, yeah, I totally agree with that. I am glad I left the res. Like, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Out here in the big city, if I don't like it, all I gotta do is pay my bill and leave. That's it. Never go back. No matter, that doesn't matter how cute she thinks she is, doesn't matter how cute she thinks she sounds, doesn't matter how cute she thinks she dressed. Nope. Done. Because first of all, she's there to work. And I'm there to spend my money. So yes, please make it a pleasant experience. Yeah, because I'm there to spend my money. I'm not there to meet people. As far as going out to meet people, I have no idea. Everyone always gets totally upset when I tell them I have a master's degree. You? Why? Like, oh my gosh. That's why I always tell you, anyone can do anything they want. There is no certain type of frame you need to be within to do what you want. Oh yeah, then go back to the whole hermit sage thing, because I already know people are like, well, you can't be a hermit and a sage at the same time. It's called English. Learn it. Sage, is it a verb? I think it is. Hermit, is it a verb? If it's a verb, it could also be an adverb. My gosh! An adverb enhancing a verb? Somebody put this brown man somewhere in the corner so you can stop spreading sense to people. So you can stop being sensible for others. There we go. Now you got this Jerry back here who thinks he's got to slow down to let us pass so he can follow us. Let's see, look at that. See, look at that. That's so annoying. What's the person? It is wrong. The right lane is a slow lane. Nothing wrong with that. It's this idiot in the middle lane. Just waiting. Oh, it's a red car. Oh, he's going to speed. I know he's going to speed. I know he's going. Every red car speeds. Yeah, those are the people you hang out with. And don't worry, the perfect race also exists within my society. And if you're wondering if other societies, yes, the comedian Chris Rock really lays down about his society and how it operates. He even tells you if you decide to have if you decide to have relations with the black lady. He tells you what to expect and tells you what to do. Remember, he's a comedian, so if you're sensitive, don't watch it. So the perfect race, the other race, the outside race, however you want to label it. It's just an adverb to a verb. There you go. If that's profoundly there, I hope you go through life thinking like that. That's all people are using is words. Break down the sentence structure. If they can't formulate a sentence, don't waste time on them. And if you're like, are there people out there that dumb? No, they're not dumb. They just may not be aware of it. It's just like how the dudes that say that freaking universities in California are having students who can't do elementary math. They can't solve for X. I just laugh I always laugh all the time. Like the equal signs in the question, that's literally the answer. That's half the answer right there. Then you have X. You have 3/4 of the answer now. And I bet there's people out there wondering what I'm talking about for the 3/4. Just think about it. 1/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 3/4, 25, 25, 25, 25, 3/4. There you go. Hope you learned something today. I'll talk to you later.